Kaylin, we have no
to our physical body, our survival, revered by poets throughout history as the emotional center of our being. The place we instinctively touch when asked to point to ourselves. And now, what we have known intuitively is being understood scientifically. Researchers are unlocking a new science of the heart that could change everything we know about health and our interconnected nature. Coherence is a state of balance between heart, mind, and emotions, creating a favorable cascade of neural, hormonal, and biochemical events that benefit the entire body. But this phenomenon not only benefits us personally, it affects everything around us, emitting an electromagnetic field that can be measured up to 3 feet outside of the body. When you are in coherence, your heart resonates at the same frequency as the Earth's magnetic field. This frequency positively affects everything around you. When a group of people are in coherence together, this effect is magnified. Could communities synchronized in coherence lower violence, accelerate cooperation, and global harmony? This is the purpose of the Global Coherence Pulse. If we can measure the impact of thousands of people in coherence at the same time, it could lead to a breakthrough in understanding the full potential of the human heart. All you need to participate is your presence and your heart. To take it to the next level, join the research study by downloading the app and getting an HRV monitor to measure your personal coherence. The world needs it more than ever before. Each human heart is unique and magnificent by itself. But imagine what could be possible when we unify.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Global Coherence Pulse, our daily pulse during Peace Week. It's day 94, and our focus today, vitalizing food, one of the 7 core needs that the community is exploring. How do we organize together to ensure that all people, all animals have access to vitalizing food? That's been the focus of plenary sessions today, fireside chats. We also are committed with the Global Coherence Pulse and during Peace Week to really consider a unitive narrative as the foundation for our action and for our own personal expressions when we believe that we are unified and we begin to act from that place. That's when real change can happen. So welcome to the Global Coherence Pulse. Thank you for taking time out of your day to be here. This is a precious and sacred thing that we're doing together as a community, coming together to experience and practice coherence and to pulse the field with our collective love and care and compassion and commitment to embodying peace through unity. So we will start this pulse and the pulse every single day with a global silent minute with Dot Maver. Dot, take us in.
Thank you, Teresa. Today we dedicate this global silent minute to vitalizing food. May all humans and animals be nourished through guaranteed access to vitalizing food. During these 99 days of peace through unity, we have created a field of heart coherence, a shared space for all of us to discover together how we can cooperate and collaborate in community as we listen deeply to what is emerging and demanding new expression through us for the good of the whole. Listen is an anagram of silent. This listening is at the very heart of our daily Global Silent Minute at 9 p.m. GMT, where we meet and hold space in silence, listening from the deepest aspect of being, as we unite our hearts across distance around the globe and across the veil for global cooperation, peace, and freedom. The power of silence is greater than we know. It is in silence that we unite our hearts across distance in common union, in sacred unity, in community. The power of our simultaneous thought with shared intention increases its potency exponentially. So let us prepare to enter the silence together. With a deep breath, we activate the spirit of peace in our own hearts. And we unite our hearts across distance. And now we invite all those on the other side of the veil to join us as we hold the shared intention of coming together in peace through unity, aligned in shared purpose to ensure that all humans and animals have guaranteed access to vitalizing food. Now, as the Tibetan bowl sounds, we enter 1 minute of silence as action in sacred unity.
Let's continue to be in this silence together for a few more moments. I invite you to close your eyes again if you've opened them and become aware of your breath. We're breathing in, and on the out breath, we're relaxing even deeper into this stillness, into this present moment, into this field of coherence. And on your next in-breath, breathe in love. Imagine love flowing into your heart, filling your whole heart chakra, heart area and chest. And as you breathe out, imagine this love flowing into the cells of your body, surrounding you and flowing from you into the world. So we're breathing in love, filling our hearts with love. And as we breathe out, this love fills our bodies, surrounds us, and flows from us into the world. And then breathe normally and continue to have your eyes closed. And in this space of presence, we set the conscious intention for vitalizing food. We send our love and gratitude to the food in our homes, the food in our kitchens, the food in our pantries. We send this energy of love and gratitude, and we reach out into the food in our region, and we send our love and gratitude beyond our region, extending our love to the food all across this living planet. We send our prayers for healing and harmony to all animals and creatures that offer their lives as a source of food. And in this moment, we pray that all farming systems for both plant and animal now evolve into love-based systems for the highest good of the living soil, of the healthy water, of the plants, of the animals, and for all humans and creatures who will eat this food. And in this field of coherence, we envision now that all food sources around the planet are now returning to their vital, highest nutritional state, into their divine blueprint of health and well-being. And we envision with our love that all people, all animals and creatures now have access to good quality, nutritious, clean, vitalized food that assists their bodies to be healthy and well. And we give our gratitude to our great Mama Gaia for these precious resources that she provides to us in the form of nourishment, of food, the food that nourishes and sustains us. And again, we set the intention for vitalizing food. And take a breath, centering yourself deeper into this present moment. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Become present to our circle here today together. And the intention that we hold of vitalizing food.
Thank you, Nikita. Nikita Gehring with I Am Mantra, one of our partners in the connection field in the Islands of Coherence. Thank you for your beautiful offering. I could really feel us already pulsing the field. Thank you. And Dot, we're going to go to you to share a little bit more around this context of the core needs and why we're diving so deeply into them.
Today, our core needs theme is vitalizing food. And as with each of the core needs, one of the most important actions we can take is to learn about the ways in which we are currently meeting that need. What the consequences, ecological, social, health, etc., are of how we are meeting that need and what we can do to improve. In other words, how can we learn to meet our needs in ways that protect and restore the biosphere? A whole systems approach to whole systems healing. And can we show the video, please, of core needs? So day 3 of Peace Week 2022 is dedicated to exploring how we can organize to ensure that all have guaranteed access to vitalizing food, and to learning how our personal and collective health are dependent on the health of our food systems and the food that we consume. Ann Wigmore says, the food you eat can be either the safest and most powerful form of medicine or the slowest form of poison. The phrases, we are what we eat, and let thy food be thy medicine, hold basic truths. Nature has, over billions of years, perfected an abundant and diverse banquet of vitalizing nourishment, exquisitely designed to feed and heal the countless species that inhabit Mother Earth. Ancient wisdom is rich with information as to the unique nutritional properties of plants, as well as ways of honoring the natural food cycle with its precise design to ensure that all beings have access to the nourishment needed. Humans have managed to disrupt this food cycle. And as we know, the challenges around food are numerous on the planet right now. There are enormous benefits of focusing our collective energy on ensuring that all have access to vitalizing food. Control of the food industry is central to controlling people at this time. Imagine taking agendas of power and profit out of the food industry and returning to honoring Mother Earth's ways of ensuring healthy, abundant nourishment for all. The Localization Action Guide describes many of the steps communities can take to support their local food economy, steps that have been tried and tested in diverse parts of the world. It also describes some of the policy shifts that would help local food producers and marketers thrive. So let's localize our food economies so that they offer healthy food, provide equitable livelihoods for farmers and farm workers, and support agricultural, biological, and cultural diversity. Eco-governance, from whence we have the core needs, is inspired by the following 4 questions, and today we apply these to vitalizing food. 1. How do we apply the reality of our interconnectedness with all of life to how we organize ourselves as a life-enriching species? 2. What can we learn from nature about co-creating and cultivating thriving, living systems? 3. What would it look like if we were to apply ancient and evolving wisdom and practices to inventing an entirely new system of governance that protects and benefits all of life? And 4, how can we organize as one humanity to exponentially heal the damage and trauma we have caused and ensure a thriving world for all of humanity and all of life in the shortest possible time? We close this section with this, from the Navajo Hopi prophecy of the whirling rainbow. There will come a day when people of all races, colors, and creeds will put aside their differences. They will come together in love, joining hands in unification to heal the earth and all her children. May this be that day.
Gary.
So let's bring up the fire analogy one more time. I just love what happens. Hello, everybody. I love what happens when we use our imaginations to recall what an experience it feels like to be around the fire together. So I call upon this image so that we can just be with it for a couple of minutes. And then I'll play a piece of music that will actually bring us into something that might prime the pump even deeper. Kaylin, do you have the ability to play the fire right now? There it is. We can put it on instead of me spotlight. Yeah, there's something so extraordinary. It's almost like these times where we're required to drop in even more because of how calcifying and chaotic and crazy it is out there. So just remember that as we're listening, we're surrounding the imaginal fire, the listening fire. And I wanted to just, as we're just feeling the crickets, let's just let that sound of the fire just drop in for a minute. Use our imaginal souls and our imaginal selves to drop into this experience of being together. Let's look at Zoom as a blessing for expanding our capacity to feel our interdependence and our interconnection with the unified field. I wanted to play a track from something that I couldn't actually locate, so I'm going to play something else. But what I wanted to do is have it be an inspiration. There are the animals. Because I was thinking about the two ends of the spectrum of respecting the meme of vitalizing food. You can take out the fire now for a minute, Kaylin. Thank you. And the two ends of the spectrum are the love and the presence and the patience that it's required to grow our food, and the loving energy and patience and presence that it goes into our food. So for just a few minutes, because this is a short listening experience, later we'll do a longer one, just let's imagine this is the homage to the love and the presence that's required for bringing the food that we eat into our bodies, the sacredness of that love. So just a touch of this piece of music that I wrote on my Music of the Great Smoky Mountain CD. Hear this one. Just gonna let the music play by itself for about 2 minutes. And just let's imagine this is crystallized. It's an homage to the love and presence that goes into our food.
Gary, you're muted.
Yeah, thank you. That is called the innocent land. And just notice how when we attach an intention or an emotion or an affirmation and use music as a way to drop it into our cells, may that innocent land find its way to your cells as we move on to the next part of this presentation.
And that is a beautiful invitation for us to take this deeper into meditation. I invite you to gently close your eyes if you're able. And just as the music helps us to deepen that into ourselves, we invite this moment to do the same. Let's take a few conscious breaths together. Inviting in this frequency of wholeness, of oneness, of our unity. Really inviting the awareness of the true nature of reality. That unity is our existential reality. Whole, one, interconnected, interdependent. And with another conscious breath, as we tune into that frequency, really losing our sense of separation. As we come together, joining hearts and creating a beautiful, coherent field. We invite the beauty, the harmony, playfulness, as we come together to contemplate vitalizing food. Inviting the qualities of this unity to not only nourish us, but nourish the systems that support us. Inviting vitalizing food to nourish our capacity to come together in solutions, in healing. Vitalizing our capacity to remember. And as we come together to organize around our wholeness, around this innate capacity, we all receive precisely what we need to manifest our fullest potential. Food is so much more than a meal we take in. We open ourselves to new ways of being in relationship with vitalizing food. Food is medicine. Food is healing. And we understand the interrelated, interdependent relationship of living soil, clean water, healthy, vitalizing food. All the core needs are so interconnected and inseparable. We also open to solutions, for guidance, allowing ourselves to be informed by the impulse of evolution that's inviting us back into wholeness. We tune into that impulse guiding new ways of growing food, sharing food, preparing food. We open to new ways of restoration and regeneration. We open to conscious evolution. That this unity that we feel in our hearts in this moment guide our next steps as a learning, growing, evolving species coming together to create cooperative communities that care for all life. We leave behind fear-based systems of separation and competition. And as we look to the horizon, we know that impulse of cooperation and love and unity that's within. We know the wisdom of our hearts. We trust the designing intelligence of the universe, bringing us into this next epoch, this great turning. And another conscious breath of deep listening to what's in our hearts in this moment. With that, we give thanks for vitalizing food. We share gratitude for the ways that food comforts. As the northern hemisphere moves from the summer season into the fall and into the harvest, we begin to gather in and think about all the nourishing ways we have comfort. And then the southern hemisphere planting seeds, moving into fresh produce in its abundance in our own neighborhoods. We give thanks for the food, the vitalizing food that we gather for celebration. When we come together in family and community, we give thanks for communion and the foods that bring us into union with the sacred, the divine. And from our newborn infants nursing to the elderly in the nursing homes being spoon-fed, we give thanks for vitalizing food. With the deer frolicking in the meadows to the bees gathering nectar, we give thanks. We give thanks. And another conscious breath. Holding this beautiful frequency, this beautiful experience of unity. We gently come in to share this more consciously by pulsing this out. So as we come back in to this space together, just gently open your eyes when you're ready. And Teresa will help us pulse this out into the field.
Gary, let's keep some beautiful music going, and let's go back to the beginning when Nikita was doing her opening and inviting us to take this gorgeous experience, this energy that we're feeling right now, this coherent love. And let's pulse the food in our home right now. What's in your pantry, what's in your refrigerator. Let our collective love and commitment to ingesting and cultivating, vitalizing food for the good of the whole. Infuse that into our home, our gardens, the orchards and the farms. Pulsing this out all around the planet where food is being produced for our nourishment. That every hand that's touching it is being touched by this love. And in turn is touching the food. Through this love, every molecule that makes up our nourishing food is being vitalized with our presence. With everything we need to claim and restore our soil, our water, the food rises from this beautiful, abundant earth. We start by feeling it and envisioning it, and choosing it, committing to it, gathering together around it. And let us draw in with a big breath all of this love and all of this possibility and all of this potency and vital food, and draw it right into our own sweetheart. It's not just the food we eat, but this field that we generate is food for us too. We can fill up on it anytime. And Gary, with just a few minutes, I just want to offer back the listening fire into your hands.
I would like the fire to come out for a minute. So you can take down the fire for a minute. Well, thank you. And I'm going to lower this music here and transition into something very different. If we could shapeshift ourselves into our cells when they were being fed with superfood, vitalized, fresh, healthy, loved, lovingly prepared food, what would it be like? So I would like our whole bodies to experience the joy and the movement and the excitement of being given nourishment. It's a 3-minute piece and it's joyful and it's designed to move your body. So I really will welcome you to stand up and feel the ground under your feet and let this music express the joy that your cells, that your mitochondria, that your life in your body feels when you are fully nourished by beautiful food. Here we go. Let's put it on gallery view so we can all see each other moving to whatever degree feels good to you. Lots of air, lots of oxygen. Feel the joy. I love the idea of imagining what our bodies would feel like every time we gave it exactly what it wanted. And I love that coherence, as defined by HeartMath, is not just the deep, 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 wonderful inner state of equanimity and stillness, but it's that flow, it's that zone that athletes feel, that joy we feel when we're dancing. And let's not forget that that's also coherence. May your body sing with joy every time you're nourished.
Thank you, Gary. Hey, Julie, we just have a few minutes, but I wonder if you want to bring the unitive narrative in. We really want to have that be primary also besides our core needs. And I know you prepared something for us, and thanks, Gary. That was really fun. And I really felt us pulsing the field. I really felt the food alivened by us today.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Thank you, Teresa, for that direction with the pulsing. That was really powerful. I felt that as well. You know, we began World Unity Week with the intention of really holding the unitive narrative throughout the 99 days. And so some of us have been asking, how can we really presence a unitive narrative during Peace Week? Because it really is the underpinning and framing of peace through unity. And so a unitive narrative is literally, it's saying what we all are living into reality here. It's saying what we all know in our hearts. It's saying who we really be and shifting from this world of separation into this world of unity. And so there is this really powerful document that's catching fire, helping us to really, really understand how the new science is converging with our universal wisdom traditions and spiritual traditions that have been around for centuries. And so with that, this is a work in progress, literally a brand new work in progress. The next time you see it, it will be tweaked and polished even more and even more and even more, hopefully in the coming days. But we just wanted to share this as just another experience of this unity that we're all feeling. Let us come together and really celebrate a unitive narrative. And for those of you who do not know what that is, there will be a link at the end of this video, unitivenarrative.org, and we'll speak more in the coming days during the Global Coherence Pulse. So with that, Kaylin, let's show that video. Teresa, those are just some words and phrases from the unitive narratives. So if you're inspired, it's a work in progress. Come join us.
I love it. I love that you did that today, that you were inspired to like, how do we really share it? And it is so simple, right? It really is so simple. It's not just an idea anymore that we are all connected and that we're all one, but it's a truth we're awakening to. And when we do, all of a sudden, how we address our core needs, how we address our purpose and our place on the planet begins to change. And that's a big turn. And when we do it together in community, we actually can begin to sustain our capacity to choose that every day. We just have a few announcements before there's a plenary session immediately following this. Kaylin, you can bring up those, just those few slides, and then we'll have a quick goodbye. So this plenary session, core needs, vitalizing food. Look, Elizabeth Satora, some of my favorite people, Will Tuttle, Helen Hodge, and Auntie, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Do you guys know? And this one is going to be in a different room. So I'm going to put that Zoom link in the chat here. It's with translation, which is really, I love that they're doing that. And then tomorrow we will be doing the pulse again, and it will be fresh, clean air. So come prepared to breathe together. Come prepared to breathe together. And remember to jump into peacethrough-unity.earth, where the community is gathering, and share your feelings and your thoughts and images that might come, or projects that you're doing. This is a place where we can just start to make visible what's actually emerging. And when you go there, please check out the connection field, which is Islands of Coherence for the good of the whole. And Gary and Dot and Julie and myself and Nikita and so many others of us are in there sharing our love and gifts to the community related to cultivating coherence and embodied peace. So blessings to everyone. Let's go back and Gary, we just have a minute. I guess we don't have to leave right that second because they're in another room, but we'll put the chat in. So let's replace the spotlight. Gary, Julie, any final words from all of you? Oops, let's add the spotlight. There we go.
It's so funny. I feel like a baby's born when a piece of my music has been set to images that I didn't know was going to be set. And it's always like wonderful to see the music have its other life, and exploring things. So thank you, Julie, for giving me a chance to have that experience. And I just love being with you all. Thank you very much for the opportunity to serve, letting listening drop in our molecules. No molecule left behind, right, Teresa?
Left untouched, because we don't want anything behind,
right?
But
Okay.
no molecule left untouched.
Left untouched and unmoved.
Beautiful. Julie, any closing words from you?
Just thank you all. It was such a beautiful quality of our hour together. Thank you, Dot, for your message, Nikita for that opening, and Gary and Teresa, as always, is masters in this process. And it's just such an honor to be co-creating in community, not just the four of us. As you come into this room, you're co-creating with us, which is so important. And Don, we're sending you healing love there. If anyone's wondering about Don, he's getting I think a transfusion right now. So we send him all of our love and healing energy. Thanks for coming into the room as a amazing peace advocate yourself and supporting this global pulse.
Yeah, thank you. Dot, thank you so much for all you're doing, your beautiful share today, your embodied kind of like, you're claiming it. I know you are calling us all to it, and you're doing it in such like an empowering way where there's no judgment, there's just presence. Thank you, Dot.
Oh my goodness. And Julie, the exquisite meditation.
Oh my God.
Right? Here's the deal. If love is not the answer, we're asking the wrong question. So
I love that.
love. So much love.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, Julie, that was so exquisite. And Nikita, what a beautiful invocation. And it's nice that Gary just keeps weaving the music. And thank you to Kaylin, who's always behind the scenes, that makes it so nice and smooth. And thank yourself for showing up, because what we're doing here is potent and powerful, and it makes a difference. So blessings, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, in this same Zoom room. Come back. Let's keep pulsing the field with
and-
this love.
And invite your friends. Let's expand it and share it. There we go.
Yeah.
Love you all.
Thanks, everyone. And the link to the plenary session is in the chat right now. So take a minute to get that.